They bout to look at the shit that I'm on. Why don't we get in topic? Crew looking like pentatonics, locked in, recording in tropics. In the East Big 3, Big Bron, CB, way good, he working on optics. Talk biz while smoking exotics. We lit, never thought about it. Cause they bout to look at the shit that I'm on. Why don't we get in topics? Sitting way back, all black, I'm talking. Feeling like Shaq, I weigh my options. In the East Big 3, Big Bron, CB, way good, he working on optics. Talk biz while smoking exotic. It's all see all the projects.
What's up? RCR Presents MSD Sports, and we back at it with another one. My name is Sam, also known as YBK. We got Mikey over here. We got Camden over here. And let's go, MSD Sports, episode 48. Mikey, introduce yourself, Mikey, introduce yourself.
It's a hot day in LA, about 90. It's your boy, Michael John. We're coming at you from the West Coast. I'm with my brothers. Y'all already know what it is. What's going on?
Yes, sir, Camden. What's up?
What's going on? You know who it is. You know who I am. It's your boy, Mr. Club Paradise, a.k.a. Camden Lee, and I'm with the greatest trio ever assembled, MSD Sports. Oh my gosh, guys, it's hot. It's hot as a mug in this motherfucker. So I'm like, bro, I'm trying to, keep the windows up, keep the AC blowing, but
yes,
it's also hot in so many other places and around the world.
Yes.
YBK.
Yes, sir.
Episode 48. What are we doing today?
MSD Sports episode 48 agenda. Let's go. NBA. I mean, it's been the same thing. But we're gonna talk about it though. We're gonna keep base on it. WBC semifinals was crazy. Tensions were hotter than World Series in my opinion. Epic semifinals. We're gonna talk about it. Japan down. What happened? We're gonna talk about it. NFL, everybody. NFL this free agency has been crazy. We're gonna talk about them moves. So let's go. NBA guys. NBA is almost coming to an end here. MVP chases, awards, what I'm saying? Teams trying to chase for playoff spots. Let's get it. Mikey. How you feeling?
I think you guys probably. I want to see what y'all feel about your Lakers, who finally won a couple games.
Listen,
I know you about to be on your high horse right now, everybody.
Listen. If you're not seeing us in person, which you guys should do, make sure you check out the YouTube MSD Sports. You know what it is. I'm wearing the jersey tonight. I got the Lakers on. 24 Kobe.
24.
There's been a lot of news. I mean, to be honest, there's been some great for my man, some where he's came to third. But in terms of Laker Nation right now, boy, we are doing the thing. We have been 9-1 in the last 10 games.
Let's go! We love it.
And when I tell you Austin Reeves might be getting this 5-year, $240 million contract, I might not pay him that much. However, he's definitely looking worth it. YBK.
Yes.
You know that we're both the beloved. How are you feeling about the Luka Doncic, LeBron, Austin Reeves situation? AR-15, baby. Talk to me, baby.
We're going to talk about several games here that kept my eye, everybody, here. During their hot streak. They have 6 in a row, I think.
Okay.
The Timberwolves game, I saw Austin Reeves go off. And I feel like, is this the revenge? Is he preparing for, those losses that he had in the playoffs against the Timberwolves? And we have to also mention Luka's 51-point game.
Come on.
First 50-point game as a Laker, which is a good sign. He didn't care about that assist he needed for that triple-double, unlike someone in the Miami Heat. I'm just saying. But I feel very good, Camden.
Come on.
I feel beautiful.
Come on.
LeBron even diving playing that Nuggets game that I want to talk about. That went OT. Lead by example. Luka triple-double. So I feel very good. Sky's looking nice right now. Blue sky.
Listen. I know Michael John was talking a lot of smack earlier this season, saying we're a little bobble. I told you once AR was getting back, once LeBron turned to playoff mode, we'll be all right. Now, I'm a little bit worried about my pick in terms of the finals now, because LeBron and company are looking kind of nice.
Do you think LeBron looks nice? Do you truly think that right now?
I think,
because I'm not as a hater. I like LeBron. I think LeBron's great. But you really think he looks nice, or that he's actually kind of like the third wheel?
I think he's,
quite literally. It's Luka's team. We know that.
Right. I just feel like he's finding his own. I feel like at first it was been a transition, and I think he hasn't he hasn't been ready to take that third fiddle. And it's not a third fiddle in terms of you're not the greatest player ever in terms of this generation. You know what I mean? Quote unquote, my boy MJ, and you got Kobe in that mix too. But it's to say I'm not the best player on this team, but I have the most knowledge, I have the most experience, I've been in the best moments. Yep. I can tell y'all where to go and what to do. So I feel like he's finding his place.
The Denver win was the best win because I'm looking right here at the recent games. It's Sacramento. That's a gimme. If you don't beat Sacramento, come on. New Orleans again. Then you lost to Denver. You beat Chicago, right? Another gimme. And then they won in overtime. You guys watched the game. You saw how it ended, right? Yes. Yes. That wasn't a foul on Austin Reeves. They got bailed. Yeah. And they were also up like 20 in that game. That's my only fear. That was a great performance against Houston, though. Only giving them 92, holding all of them to, Houston's not particularly a potent offensive team, but KD has been nasty. I've been feeling the same way the whole year. But looking at the standings here, you still have the Thunder sitting in first, 53 and 15. San Antonio kind of close there, 50 and 18. But the Lakers now have the sole possession of the third place, 43 and 25. And then Rockets, Nuggets, and Timberwolves barely trailing at 41 and 26, and then 41 and 27 for Nuggets and Timberwolves. So they need that third seed, I think, the Lakers. They want that.
We do. I have two things to say here. One is bad and one is good. The bad thing I'll start off is it's tough to see, my GOAT hitting only 17 points, like Luka getting the glory. Of course, it's like, it hurts. But the good thing is, I feel like LeBron is slowly realizing, I'm going to have to change my game style, like what you said.
Right.
I'm going to have to shift my gears, see what I can do to benefit the team and benefit Luka and Austin to do them scoring. Like what you said, Mikey. Be the third scoring option and then continue the game.
I've always felt, and you guys know, Kobe has been my boy forever. And I've usually before, the LeBron came to the Lakers, I wasn't necessarily keen on LeBron the way that I am now because he's part of the family. I've always felt, though, in most of the teams that he was with, he was the second best player in that moment. Dwayne Wade already learned how to win a championship. That happened. Kyrie already kind of knew and was one of the most amazing, talented players that we've seen at that time. Obviously, LeBron was great, but then that happened. Even in the bubble, I still feel like Rajon Rondo did a lot. So it's like, I feel like LeBron being second, it's like the 1B, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And so I'm really happy that he's able to find his place on the Lakers. And if he can keep his ego aside,
I mean, he doesn't have it. He could retire. He could get paid. I mean, that's the problem. He's getting paid a lot, but he already has a lot of money. So we'll see. He already had the money going into this year. He's not worth $50 million a year anymore, obviously. Yes. But maybe in the playoffs, he'll take over for like a game or two in a given series. I still don't know, though. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like if you told me like Clippers and Lakers are playing in a series, I'm not being like Lakers destroy them. I'm just not that confident in the Lakers yet. I think that they have a good Luka. Yes. Which is great. Right. They have Luka. And that's like, makes them very dangerous. Yep. Like Luka Magic. That's all you need.
Well, I think,
Dallas Luka.
That's what I mean. You really only need Luka. Exactly.
Right.
So.
Right. And I mean, when it's all said and done, he's one of the top 5 best players in the league. So.
You know what team is kind of sad, though, to me now?
Talk to me.
Golden State. It kind of feels like this is it, right? For like the Curry, Draymond era. It's done. Because they're not good this year. They're just not. And Porzingis. I know Jimmy Butler got injured, but even with Jimmy Butler, they were still like a 5. They're not great. You know what I mean?
Like it should have been over a long time ago. It should have been over 2 years ago. I mean, at the end of the day, Draymond is not the defender that he needs to be. He's not the scorer that he needs to be. You know what I mean? And for all that money, where you're paying Steph Curry, almost $62 million? Yeah. It's a lot of money.
I know. It's just like disappointing, and they're very mid.
Yeah. Age.
Yeah.
Basically.
Still think that my opinion is OKC still, it's theirs to lose. I don't think that we've seen enough of like a crowd. I mean, listen, if Jameson Williams comes back and plays like an all-star like he is, right? Like a true number 2 with like an actual all-star, I just don't see it being not that. Like they should be the favorites still.
Right.
So,
just, a little bird.
San Antonio looking good.
San Antonio wins, bro.
They're looking good, right? They're looking. I just wonder if Wemby going to be able to keep that. He's so big. When you're that big, it's hard to, you fall down and you get hurt because you're such like a lanky, awkward faller. So,
it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, speaking of one guy who fell down and got hurt. your Boston Celtics. What's going
Yeah.
on? I mean, the one of the top 5 players in the league is now back.
He's back. Top 5 is generous. I like that. He is when he's healthy. But right now, coming back, it's cautious optimism. You feel me? But yeah, Celtics are still doing the same thing. I feel like the East is exactly like where we had left it, which was Celtics are still performing above expectation. And now with Tatum coming back and inserting him into the lineup with these teams, we still have a great, chance this year because Joe Mazzulla has a system that he wants to run. They get their threes up, they hustle on defense and change, and they're young, adaptable players, and they're not too selfish. JB has been a great leader this year, and he'll continue to be the leader even with Tatum back. Just let Tatum put up as many shots as we can get him right now. Let that shot get the shot back in form. He'll get to the hoop and get aggressive again sooner rather than later. Okay. But in the few games back, we're seeing 20 pieces, 20 and 10, 20 and 15. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's been some good games from him. Shooting percentage is not amazing for Tatum, but we're still winning, and looking up at Detroit, we're still lingering right there. Yeah. We could catch them,
I feel like what I've seen in the small spurts, because I don't think necessarily he's back all the way 100%. I think he's like 85%. He's still missing a lot of shots. Still, still awkward around the floor. I think if he can get to around 90, 92% around playoff time, you guys are going to be dangerous. I'm a little nervous because I feel like the East is weak.
Yeah, it's not that tough, and New York doesn't look great. No. They're not performing from what we thought they would. We thought the Knicks, it was their year to just take it, and go. This was the year. So, meanwhile, Detroit has made the next step, and I'm not even sure if the Knicks will beat the Cavs right now. I'm not even sure. The Cavs look pretty good with Harden. They're not terrible. Donovan Mitchell's having a great year, and they got Mobley and Jared Allen, so some good big men.
True that.
And Strus just came back, had a good game, his first game back. So we got to see. But I feel like the East is a little bit I'm not. Of course, no one's amazed by the East this year, and I feel like there hasn't been much movement. No. So. What about MVP odds though? Because I think the race in the last week or two has really shifted. You could see Shea is now the huge favorite. They gave Shea a big jump in the odds. Let me pull up the odds. I had it right here. Shea's at, I think, minus 800 or something. Let's see. Yeah, minus 800 on ESPN Sportbook. And then you got Jokic and Wemby at 15-1 odds. Cade at 25-1. And Jaylen Brown at 100-1 odds.
According to Kia NBA MVP ladder, there was a change. So the top 3 didn't change from last time we discussed. It's SGA, Wemby,
and Jokic.
Yep. But the 4 was Cade. Now,
Luka.
Mr. Luka Doncic takes number 4.
What? I'm not surprised.
6 to 4 now.
What?
Yeah, and then he dropped from 5 to 3.
He's the leading scorer in the league.
Yes, he is.
Luka. He's averaging 32.5, 8 and 8. Come on. That's amazing.
That's nasty.
It's an amazing season.
Yeah.
It's an MVP caliber season. I still think Shea is the MVP.
Do you think it's a back-to-back situation, or do you think they're going to get
it's a back-to-back. Right now, it's just a win. He's minus 800. Not to mention, what about the milestone that we just saw?
Oh, yep, the 20-point.
How about that? That's a real milestone.
Amazing.
Think about that. That's a real...
26.
And the only person who did it that much before him, Wilt.
Yep.
Think about that.
That's nasty.
Think about that. 165 games with 20 points. What was it? 2 seasons almost? Yeah. 100 something?
82 games. So
82 games.
That's crazy. I think Kawhi is the next closest to him right now with 50 or something.
Wow.
Who's been having a great season, but he tweaked his ankle.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, crazy feat for SGA to accomplish, huh? I will say, because the Nuggets haven't held that 3 seed or 2 seed space, and Jokic, yes, he's playing great, but they lost their head-to-head versus OKC. Yeah. They just lost the OT game to Lakers. I feel like I understand why they keep hovering him around 2, 3. People are hyping Wemby up a lot. I get it. They're the second place team, and he's a good rim protector. I'm just not sure if I think he's MVP yet. I think Shea and Jokic are still right there for me.
I think it's more because of the block category of Seth.
Yeah.
They're more oh my gosh. he's averaging 3 blocks a game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in
leading the league for sure.
He's doing 4.2. So that's to me, it's
crazy.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
That's incredible. But one thing I want to mention is, too, and how crazy this Shea achievement is. Wilt was a center.
Yeah.
You get me? He can just kind of mini jump, boom, make it. But Shea's a point guard.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's even more of a
Mr. Consistent.
crazy achievement than
Mr. Consistent.
Amazing.
So, I mean, even with the injuries, I think, like with Oklahoma City, they're still first. They're still leading the Western Conference. Shay's still doing his thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like he's proven that even with the number 2 guy out.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Even him coming off a little bit of an injury, too. Yeah. He had that hip or something. Yep. So this is the odds we got right now for overall championship.
Oh, let's go.
You got Oklahoma City Thunder plus 135. And then they're minus 125 to win the West. Unreal. I guess this must be because of since Tatum came back. Celtics plus 550. Wow. They're the number 2 favorite right now. Plus 550 to win the chip and plus 175 to win a conference.
I can see it.
Yeah. Damn, and then you got Denver at plus 750, plus 425. San Antonio at plus 750 to win a chip and plus 450 for the conference. So that's crazy. You got Denver above them. Yeah. Where are your Lakers at? Your Lakers are 65 to 1, so plus 6,500 is crazy.
What?
And plus 3,000.
Well,
that's when it's
if
weird.
You look at the standings, how is that? I feel like it's like ridiculous because Denver's in 5th in terms of the Western Conference. The Lakers are
playoff coherence, though. I think obviously, and this is ESPN's book. I don't know. I mean, I'm telling you ESPN sports book odds right now, but
maybe they think
that's
Denver's
crazy.
You said where was San Antonio at?
San Antonio is plus 750 to win a chip and plus 450 to win a conference. Okay.
That's crazy.
I know, but I do think OKC should have that respect. Yes. But that is crazy. Yeah, we'll see.
Up by what? 3? Okay, still a little bit of a.
Yeah,
I feel like they could
still.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, we're nearing the end, and we'll check back in. Fantasy basketball ends in 1 week.
Boy,
shout out to everybody in the league. Camden, good luck.
I'm trying.
Room for you, room for myself as well.
Yeah, exactly. Listen.
Of course.
Normally we're in the finals together in most of these fantasy games, so you know what I mean, it's easy money. However, you know what I mean, I lost to him last week, so I'm hoping if I lose to the champion, I feel a lot better about myself.
Yes, sir.
So let's get this money.
All right, YBK. What do we got next? What's up next, brother?
This is my favorite tournament of the year. It beats the Winter Olympics right away from me. WBC has been electric, everybody. This has been, I feel like, we talked about this pre-pod.
Yes.
WBC 2026 has been crazy. A lot of viewers and like a lot of people are like loving it. The hype is crazy, guys.
Yes.
But I want to talk about like a few things here. Venezuela eliminated Japan, first of all, in the quarterfinals.
Yes, they did.
And that, to me, really, I'm like, wow, it kind of got me impressed. Because they're the defending champion, Japan. Mr. Shohei Ohtani, Mr. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is in that team, too. But they beat them 8-5, and they beat Italy to advance to the finals. And now, currently, as we are recording, they are versing USA right now in the finals.
So the tomatoes made it to some
I mean, I gotta say one thing. My bad to the great country of Italy. And shout out to Sicily too. My bad, y'all.
Come on.
I was just playing. I just didn't think about like the country of Italy being in the World Baseball Classic. Let alone did I see them beating Puerto Rico in the quarterfinals to advance to the semis. And in Venezuela had to come from behind to beat Italy. Shout out to Italy. They took out USA. We didn't take them serious enough. But you know, strike a one, a strike a two, a strike a three. See you later. Great run. I like seeing though the hype. I want to just backtrack for like a second. I know we're going to talk about all the games, but YBK, you were totally right. I think the cultural significance of the WBC this year has been the greatest I've ever noticed it in my life. Like people like talking about it, reacting to it on TV. So I'm kind of happy because I like when baseball has a little bit of fun to it, because we always think about tradition and the rich history of it, and it's like a slow sport. I liked it when I was a kid, but as I got older, it was like boring. This brings the sense of pride, similar to the Olympics, because you represent your country, like World Cup style. So I just want to say shout out, appreciate all the content. YBK up in here with some great content reacting and covering. So I appreciate it. And shout out to Italy for making it. But Venezuela, we talked about this. We had one night, me and YBK was talking about like playing some wavelength, talking about what team I'd like to play on. I remember Venezuela was on like that's a good team. Maybe not number one, like the reigning champ, USA or Japan, but like they were like right up there. Shout out to them.
I mean, one of the greatest things that I love, I think that I've watched, and Michael John, you say it best. I feel like I got to see these teams really embrace each other. I think when you're watching like the normal MLB and stuff like that, you're not seeing people really like excited when people are hitting home runs, making great plays, doing all that stuff. They're like, oh, that's middle of the average. I see this all the time. But I feel like when players were playing with their friends and people that they knew, it was just, I was blown away. I feel like it might have been one of the greatest things that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'll tell you one reason why. Because WBC is more entertaining than a regular season that consists of 162 games and then goes down to these short series.
Yeah.
So like the stakes is higher from the jump, and we don't have to wait 162 games to get down to like a wild card matchup, then a 5-game series, then a 7-game series. It's just, to me, that's one issue with MLB, just the structure. WBC has been so interesting because like World Cup style, it's pool play, and then it's single elimination.
Yes.
The stakes are so high. The intensity for Dominican Republic versus United States was, you could feel
Electric.
it, right? You could feel it.
Amazing.
Everyone was in the comment sections. People was watching it. You could feel the flags was coming out. The country shirts was coming out.
Yep. It was all about that.
Yeah.
I've never, like, even watching the semifinals, Dominican Republic versus USA, it was a low-scoring game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
In terms of baseball, it's boring, but man, every pitch, the tension was real, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure even Paul Skeens, who even started that game, also felt it. I mean, man, that lineup, when you even, those 18 batters that started that game, you know how much all-star appearances we're talking, guys, or MVPs we're talking here?
Talk to me.
There's a lot. I don't know the calculation.
Right.
Yeah, I saw
But
there
it's
was like
over,
some
like,
dumb
20, I think,
stat
yeah.
about
Over
like if
20, I
they
think.
calculated between USA and Dominican Republic, like how many Silver Sluggers, go All Stars,
crazy.
MVPs, blah. It was like multiple for every single one of them, bro. It seriously was like, this is like when you play all-time teams in 2K type matchup,
Yep.
right? It's like all-time.
Yep.
So, but walk me through the game, Sam,
Yeah, talk
because
to us,
this
talk to
game I felt like
This game
was very important for USA baseball, for baseball in general, especially for Dominican Republic,
Yes.
and yeah, it was huge.
I gotta say, from the jump, Paul Skeens versus this Dominican Republic lineup was even, like, that was the headline.
Really?
I mean, this man is versing from the top. Fernando Tatis Jr.,
Okay.
Ketel Marte, Juan Soto. That's your first
Nasty.
inning. Nasty.
And Soto has been playing good.
And he's been doing good in WBC.
So has Junior Caminero.
Yes, that's true. And there was a stat where Dominican Republic had like 15 home runs in total as a team, and that's been most in the WBC, like leading the WBC, which was crazy. And Paul Skeens was cruising. I'm telling you, he was throwing his. Oh my gosh, guys! I wish that he was a Yankee. I saw his pitch, like
Wish he was a
Arsenal
Red Sox.
pitches. He
Beautiful.
has like a 98, 99 mile per hour fastball.
Come on.
98 sinker.
Come on.
He has a 93 mile per hour splitter.
Come on.
Like, he calls it a splinker, but I'm like,
Boy knows how to
he
throw
has
that
a
rock.
curveball
Sounds
and he has a changeup.
Border, I gotta be careful with the names of these pitches here.
Knows how to throw that rock, boy.
Yeah, crazy.
Knows how to throw that rock.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but he pitched well. He did. How many innings
he went 4 and third.
Okay.
He made one mistake to Junior.
Yeah, I
And
seen
then 0-2 or full count. He was a 2-strike.
He raked him.
Just missed, and then he just got him deep.
Yeah.
But it was low scoring. But shout out Gunnar Henderson, who had to start. You know, he was in the bench. It was funny. There was an interview where manager DeRosa was like, I got Gunnar in the lineup. I recruited him, and I told him like he's going to be in the bench, and he's like, I'm down. So it's cool to see him, and he was doing really well in the WBC, batting over like 400. But he hit that nice solo shot.
Yeah, got us going.
But I want to give you a shout out to yo boy in the same inning, Roman Anthony. Everybody,
Come on.
I was just legit praising him all stream long.
Yep.
I say if Red Sox get a full 162 games of Roman Anthony in left field, y'all, he's going to.
It's nice.
He's going to give us some good numbers, guys, because that home run was looking good, and he was leading Team USA in batting average, because I don't count Gunnar because he had less at-bats.
Yeah.
But as a starter, Roman Anthony was leading the Team USA. as
Something
the youngest.
huge to be excited
That's the
for the
youngest
Red Sox,
player in
for
the
sure.
team.
As long as he's staying healthy, it's Gucci.
Yeah, he's performed great.
Yeah.
Very good.
You must be really proud too, because it's like you get your opportunity to shine. Team USA
Yep.
just won over Canada in the Olympics for the hockey gold,
Yep.
and it's huge because hockey and baseball are kind of on the fringe. Like basketball and football is more popular, so I feel like that little connection there, and they rocking the jerseys, pulling up. You got all the Team USA hockey team
they
like
pulled up
shouting them
today
out. So
pregame, wearing their jerseys. It was crazy.
Judge should have had one himself. It looked like, yeah.
Julio stole that.
Julio.
Oh my God.
I know.
Yes. Yes,
Beautiful.
that was one of the craziest games I've watched.
I know it's unreal how we didn't even mention some names so far from that team because it's just so, overloaded. Both teams.
It's stacked. I mean, one thing I will say, shout out to your boy Aaron Judge for throwing out Tatis. That was a huge situation at third.
Yep.
I gotta give it to. I don't usually praise Yankee players, if ever, but it's America. So you know what I mean. Shout out to.
And you gotta also shout out Judge again because in the following inning or 2 innings later, Tatis was on first again, but he did not go to third. And the announcers were also saying, "Why didn't he go? He's fast enough." But
he was nervous. Yeah,
he was nervous. He might get hot again.
He said, "I got a rocket in my pocket. Don't do it, boy. Don't do it."
I may be a Yankee fan, but I'm gonna tell the public this. Aaron Judge ain't no average defender. I'm telling you right now, this man is above average defender.
Above average.
No way, don't tell me average or below average.
He's above average.
This guy can field, bro. And he's back in right field. He's not in center anymore, so freaking don't tell me he's below average.
That boy had a rocket in his spot. I seen him throw that
his
joint.
elbow's fine.
He threw that joint like he was throwing a second base. That mug just flew to third. Like, it was like, da-da. I was like,
yeah, I was telling my coworker, like, it seems like he's like throwing it slow, but that ball's like,
it's gone.
It's gone.
I looked at it, I said, oh.
And they got him.
And Tatis looked back and said, oh, you can throw like that?
I ain't gonna go again.
I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
But shout out to Team USA because like what you said, like I wouldn't be like praising Roman Anthony or like any Kyle Schwarber, Bobby Witt, like when he makes a play as short, you know? Yeah. But it was cool to root for them, like because we're in one thing to go for the goal.
Of course.
So it's cool.
Yeah. They're playing awesome. Together. It changes it changes the vibe.
Mm-hmm. There was a diving play that Judge had against Soto. He dove and he went like
Yeah, did you see the vibes? Like you saw how Julio was like, like turning up, and Judge was like, God damn it. He was like, He's like, you got one. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like the thrill of just the environment.
It's one game. It's so lit, bro.
It's the Super Bowl almost.
It's like the Super Bowl.
You know why it was huge too for USA was because we almost fumbled by not beating Italy.
Yes.
We almost fumbled, so it made us have to kind of all right, that was a close scare. That was a close scare right there, because thank God Italy took out Mexico the way they did.
Yeah. And that was the scary part.
That's what I'm saying.
Like USA has to win. It's like you have to wait for this game to conclude
Save you
result
advance.
And see the
Exactly.
score.
So I think
under control.
They felt their mortality, and they're locked in now. So let's see. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
But yeah, WBC guys.
I'm excited. It's a game tonight. When we're after this.
I'm trying not to get distracted right now while I see it in the background, so I'm like, I'm looking a little bit here and there. I'm just saying, y'all. You know what I mean?
Today's like what? Today's the 18th?
The 17th. This is
next Wednesday is opening day, everybody.
Okay. Easy
and I think the first game is Yankees-Giants at San Francisco Oracle Park. Yes. So next Wednesday, everybody, first game of baseball. Baseball's back. The finals on right now, so let's go.
Yes, sir.
I'm pumped.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Man. Is there anything more about the WBC other than tonight? If you're not able, tune in, check the highlights, check YBK's page, because I'm telling you,
Yankee post game's back, everybody.
Going crazy.
Yankee post game videos are back.
So I'm really excited that MLB is back in the building. Should have some amazing content, have some amazing moments.
Yes, sir.
Let's catch a game. We got to catch a game this year.
We gotta
make it happen.
I know them Dodgers are going to be expensive.
Well, let me see.
They got Kyle Tucker now, so it's going to be.
Let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can fade niggas. So they might fall off the back of a truck.
Or maybe we can go to like a Intuit game or a crypto game too.
Yes, sir.
That'd be fun.
Yes, sir.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, let's go.
Listen, guys. You guys know that my favorite time of year has kind of dwindled. You know what I mean? It ended in terms of an official capacity.
Mm-hmm.
However,
talk to me.
The NFL offseason has been busted. Listen, I'm telling you this right now, guys. If you ain't watching what's happening, it's been a cinematic movie. Okay, we got teams trading for number 1 picks. Then they say, "Nah, we don't want to do this, guy. We want our picks back." Okay, we got guys signing for hundreds of millions of dollars. We got teams and players going to teams I never thought they'd go to. We have reunions. We have, just heartbreak. But guys, the NFL offseason, where should we start? Where are we going? Because when I tell you it has been a doozy, and I've been waiting for you guys to I can let y'all know what's popping.
Let's go. Where do you want to start?
It's been
Lead the way.
Listen.
You want to go division?
We gotta start. We should do that. I feel like to make it easy for the people.
Yeah.
Let's go division by division.
Okay, perfect.
First off, we gonna start off the day with the NFC East. Sorry, the AFC East.
AFC East?
The
Okay,
AFC
bet.
East.
Let's
start
go.
off with the
Yes,
AFC
sir.
East.
Let's go.
And the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Couple big moves.
Looking like they might be doing something. I'm a little confused. I'm not sure what's happening. They're re-signing some people. We got Dawson Knox is back in the building for another three-year deal. But they made a little trade because they felt like their wide receiver core
They needed someone.
Listen, DJ Moore got traded from the Chicago Bears with a 5th-round pick in exchange for a second-round pick as well.
That's not bad. A second rounder.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. The reason why I like that move is because Josh Allen never has like a great number one, except for when Stephon Diggs was there, when he was still at his peak.
Yes.
Now he gets DJ Moore, veteran, good route runner, can finish tough catches, and the Chicago Bears didn't need him no more because Luther Burden popped off last year. All those weeks that Rome Odunze was hurt.
Yep.
It's just more money. I mean, I think it's a win-win on both sides because the Bills needed someone. They gave up a second rounder, which is not terrible, and a second round pick is good for DJ Moore. I like that for the Bears.
Second round pick.
Second-round pick.
Yeah, take this fifth. That's fine.
We can take this. My question is, do you feel like it's enough to move the needle? Because you're going against the Patriots. The Princes of New England are back in the building, so I'm just trying to.
It's a good move. I think it's a good move. I'm not. It's not like signing a number one wide receiver. It's not like a top 5 receiver in the league. No. It's not it's good. It's very good signing though. I like that signing.
It's decent.
Yeah, I like that signing.
Good for Josh. Good for Josh.
Yeah. They need to help him out exactly, and now they got the new coach as well. Since McDermott's gone, you got the offensive guy who came in.
Yep.
So let him get it right. They re-signed Dawson Knox as well. So you know how they do. They always they always mix and match those tight ends.
They love him and Kincaid are the thing. Guys, how do you feel? How do you feel about an old Bradley Chubb coming back for a 3-year coming to a 3-year $43 million?
It's a decent amount of money.
$30 million guaranteed, baby.
You need an edge rusher. Edge rushing is huge in the NFL now. They get paid crazy. You saw. We'll get to him later, but Hunter got crazy. I've never seen like a defensive end get an extension like that. But Bradley Chubb for 3 years, 43.5. Okay, not bad at all. I feel like they need it. He's used to his division because he played in Miami, right? Yeah. So it's good. Good edge rusher. I like it.
Johnson got a 1-year, $6 million.
Yeah.
Johnson Johnson, 1-year, $6.
Yeah, good little safety to plug in there. So not bad, right?
The kicker got a nice revised contract.
Yep.
Tyler, I feel like for fantasy wise, he's not bad too.
No, no, not at all. I mean, I feel like it's still.
What would you grade their offseason so far?
I mean, I'm giving it like a C+. Like, I don't think it's bad. If C is like average, right? Like not neutral. Like I give it a C+, like B- maybe, but like C+.
C+.
Yeah, light C+. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's bad.
Okay.
That's where I'm at with it.
Because there's a lot more time still that things can happen.
Correct.
There is. I mean.
The preliminary.
Yeah,
for now.
They did sign a new center, which is good because you need a good lineman but I'm not even really sure where McGovern came from. So,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what's up.
Give it a nice C+.
We'll give it a C+.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's go off to Miami.
Okay. A lot of movement from them this offseason.
They've been going crazy.
It's not only just the players that they're signing, it's also like all the players they're moving on from and shit too.
Very true.
The biggest being Tua is gone.
Gone.
Right?
Oh.
So
Bye-bye.
Tua to Atlanta.
Yep.
And now they brought in a new one.
Now they brought in someone new who has only played, I think, 6 games in the last 3 years. Malik Willis signs a 3-year, $67 million contract.
Bruh.
$45 million guaranteed. Listen.
Because he played amazing last year when he played those games with Green Bay. I will say you're right, that's good money, but he really earned it. He played great those games that Love was hurt. He did. He ran like crazy and threw from the pocket nicely too.
He played and he schemed well, but $45 million for 6 games? I'm confused.
Damn, so you're telling me these 2 games you play right here
That's it.
made that money?
Listen.
No way.
Listen.
Yeah, but you got to think about like what the market signs people for.
And it's not even like that, like eye-popping.
I'm trying to tell y'all this. Y'all don't want to listen to me. He played a few games. That's
He's
it.
getting 23 a year.
He did that though
chiller.
the year before.
For 2 games.
But do you remember the year before when Love missed a couple games? He also played a few games that year too.
All right.
So like it's not like it is a small sample size for sure, but that's like kind of what you got to do in the NFL. Sometimes you got to take a risk. Like Darnold was asked for a while, a small sample size was good. Same thing with Baker when he went to Tampa Bay. It was a small sample size of him playing a couple good games with Sean McVay. Remember?
Yeah.
At the end of the year.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Baker played a few good games. He got signed to Tampa Bay and then had a great year, and then he get his bag. Yeah. I think sometimes you got to do it. Otherwise, a different team would have paid him similar money.
That's true.
It's $45 million guaranteed.
It's like the quarterback market. This like.
Yes.
They get paid that high.
Yes,
huh?
it truly is.
He's getting paid like 23 a year.
Yes, it is
That
truly.
means the freaking ceiling is so high.
There's not 32 like great quarterbacks in the world.
No.
So like think about it.
No.
Because it's not like every team has a great quarterback. It's
true.
Wow.
And there's only 32 NFL teams. So think about how rare that is. I think it's a fine signing. It's too similar in build, though, to Tua to me. I would have looked for maybe something that was a little more
like a right-handed
of a
Tua.
veteran presence. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I guess they want to stick with that.
Well, I mean, if you look at the signings that they have, there's a lot of
Who else they got?
There's a lot of veterans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
they're
a bunch
off. They're dumping everything, bro.
well, dude, it's like all these 1-year deals. We have
There's a lot of 1-year deals.
Tutu Atwell, 1 year, $1.5 million deal. Jalen Tolbert. I mean, I think he's already with the team.
We're talking
Greg
about like
Dolce.
veteran minimums,
That's what
basically.
I'm saying.
So all these free agent deals, quote unquote free agent deals, are minimums.
Minimum,
Basically,
pretty much.
Oh, wow.
I think so.
And if you look at
That's
this,
why they don't even say the money.
they signed 2 kickers.
Yeah.
So clearly they have no idea what is going on right now and are just throwing money to a body and having Tutu Atwell as their number 1
They're
wide receiver.
offloading everything. The only like nasty player I feel like on their team still is Achan.
He might get unloaded too, from what I heard.
Well, they unloaded Jalen Waddle today. How about that?
Ay.
I mean, there's
What are they doing?
There's been a lot of moves. Exactly. The Dolphins are going to get the first round pick and then the 30th overall pick, as well as a 3rd and 4th round pick for Waddle.
Dumping.
So they're going to have a huge. I saw their dead cap like hit is crazy this year, but I think they need to get all the money off the books, right? Get all the money off the books, and then you can
slate, baby.
Exactly
Yep.
reset, redo this. That's a good addition to the. That's a good addition to
We will
the Broncos
see.
too,
We
so
will
we can
see-
talk about it on
we
that
will
team
talk
when we get
about
there.
that, but we will see.
Miami with a lot of.
Just terrible.
Offloading.
Like, guys, when I tell you, I hope in the next 4 years Miami maybe drafts a quarterback or does whatever. But
I know that's what I'm telling you.
It's disgusting. They're going to be in purgatory.
Their dead cap is bad,
yeah.
but that's why they need to just get it all on the books this year. That's what I think. Don't even break it up. Like that's why I'm like, don't even break up Tua's hit. Just get it out the way, and you move on and draft and try to build a new culture for your team, right? Yeah.
Is Miami now they're going to be the worst team in the league?
No, not the worst team. The Jets are still in the league, bro.
What would you grade them?
I mean, I'm giving a C minus. I'll give a D.
D?
No, I'll give a C minus. C minus because they got
D plus, C minus.
Yeah, because I like the fact that they got a lot of the money
Yes.
that they're
Yes.
committed to off the books, but they have to suffer this year.
Yes.
So it's like can't be praised for
They're
it.
going to be like the Arizona of last year. They're going to be a formidable team to play against, but they're not going to really do anything, especially over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I like
Because
that.
Malik Willis, I feel like can win you a game or two in an 18 game.
Yeah, but they just took away Jalen Waddle, which is crazy. Like he has no. Who the hell is he? He got
Tutu Atwell.
Who you got?
just Achan. That's all he's got.
He's throwing a tutu. Tutu
Like, that's
Atwell.
crazy.
That's what he's going. That's what
What is Tutu gonna do?
I know.
Tutu gotta do
Oh
something.
my god!
All right.
Tutu better do something.
How about my boys?
Come on, talk about it, Mike.
Not a lot of crazy moves. I think it's very classic Patriots moves
Come on, talk
so
to me.
far. I think it's going to be all in, all out for Elijah Vera Tucker. He was a former first round offensive lineman
Yes, he was.
for the Jets, but injuries have derailed him so far. I think it's either going to be nasty, a great signing, or he won't play that much. But hey, 3 years, 42, only half of that is guaranteed. So
A lot of multi-years here.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
They got a fullback, Reggie Gilliam, which is funny. Such a Mike Vrabel type team build.
They said we need a full.
And Julian Hill, the tight end, Julian Hill. We signed him to replace Hooper, which is so funny because like he's a blocking tight end. I think he has like 30 to 40 receptions over like 2 years or something. He's not, he don't catch the ball, but he's like a real
Good
block for the
blocker.
running game.
Okay.
Yeah. I do like Kevin Byard coming for 1 year, $9 million.
Yep.
Used to play in Tennessee.
Yes.
Vrabel knows him. We needed a nice safety to come in there, and I love it. And I think the biggest money we gave out.
Come on,
This is the wide receiver we went for.
Yep.
I mean,
Definitely
we
a
can
good
talk
boy.
about how we feel about it, but Romeo Dobbs on a 4 year, $70 million. How we feeling, boys?
Listen, guys, here's the thing. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, the New England Patriots released Stephon Diggs and got some money off the books because only 1 year was guaranteed. So it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, a little bit of the drama too.
But it's
Release that as well.
They just had to get it between, you know what I mean, the baby mama, the chef, the rest of them. Just a lot to deal with, a lot of headache, a lot of eyes. You know what
pink
I mean?
powder on the boats.
I am saying.
Yeah.
I feel
I liked it. I liked him, but
I loved him. I thought he was amazing. I thought he sell papers. I think, you know what I mean, he was electric, okay? And I'm hoping that, you know what I mean, maybe there's a re-signing or there's maybe a reunion. I've heard some rumbles about him groveling to Mr. Kraft saying, "Listen, I want to be back. I love this team. If I need to pull an Antonio Brown and live with Drake May for the season, I'm willing to do that." And so I'm hoping my fingers. Here's the thing. When this man, Romeo Dobbs, is on the field and he's playing, he's electric. Because I've never really truly believed in Jordan Love, and Jordan Love has made him look great. I think this is not a number one. It's like a B, like a B2.
yeah, but they signed him as a number one. He's gonna be the number one on our team.
Well, I mean, 4 years, $70 million. It's not really number one.
Can the trade still happen here?
It's not 35. It's not
wide receiver one?
It's
Yeah,
not.
but he's gonna be. Look at our depth chart right now. I'm sure it has to be. Who's gonna be above him?
But I'm saying,
Like it's not gonna be Keyshawn Booty. Even though, no disrespect,
No,
or Pop
but-
Douglas.
right,
It's
but
not gonna be them.
but it's not
He's gonna be
30
our new number one. But you're right. We're not paying like Jamar.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
know it's
That's
not
what I'm
Jamar Chase.
saying.
We got what we could get. I still would like to have an AJ Brown or a George Pickens on the team, and it's fine. Just pay him a bag. I don't care. But it looks like they're doing the Patriot way to me.
Yeah.
On it. Like we're going to get Romeo Dobbs, younger wide receiver. He was on a wide receiver committee because Christian Watson was there.
Correct.
Tucker
Correct.
Kraft was the tight end who was a dynamic pass catcher. They drafted Matthew Golden. They have more.
They have a lot of guys. They got a lot
You
of
feel me? So
pieces in that war chest.
I like Dobbs. I think. Is he really electric though? I feel like he's more of like a possession receiver. Like he's a good route runner and a good possession receiver. Not really sure I'd call him like a speedster or like electric, but I like for Drake May a reliable wide receiver. I actually like this signing because that he's not like one of those like lightning in a bottle type shit. You know what I mean?
I feel like as though when I saw him play, especially with Jordan Love, it's 3rd and 7, it's 3rd and 12, it's
Yes,
3rd and 20.
first downs. Yes,
and
bro.
a lot of those first
Yes.
downs, and that's what I mean by electric. Where it's like, yes, you might like Watson would blow by a guy and catch an over the shoulder pass, but I've seen him also miss 6 of them. Do you know what I mean? Kraft, you know what I mean? Would miss some easy catches. I feel like Romeo, at least on 3rd down, he was a reliable.
Yeah, that's what he. That's how I label him more. I label him more as like a reliable wide
I hear you,
receiver.
I hear you.
So, I think it's a good signing.
Yes.
I mean, is it flashy? No, but I think this is classic Patriots, and I'll give them like a B because
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't think they overspent on anyone, and I don't think they underspent. I don't think they like had like a deal for me to be like that's a huge move, you know. And we have our draft picks. We got our draft picks, so we're okay.
One thing I'm a little nervous about: the Reggie Gilliam signing, because
Why? That's great. That's a great Vrabel signing. He just wants a fullback to get in there and run.
Well, they're saying that
to block.
So they're saying that the pass game is not going to be good enough moving forward this season.
No, but they're trying to make the pass game open up by having a nasty run game. I think you see what I mean? I don't know. I see it like the inverse way. Okay. We're trying to put dividends toward the running game so that the passing game, you can sell a play action so that to open up the opportunity in the pass game. Okay. That's why, and you're bringing in offensive linemen, we're bringing in fullback, and hey, we're bringing Julian Hill, like a blocking tight end. It's a running tight end. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, we'll see. Hey, I'm giving a B. I'm giving a B.
I mean, listen, I'm hoping AJ Brown's coming around the corner so I can give this an A. But right now, I'm giving it like a B.
A B, yeah.
82. It could have been a B minus.
Yeah.
But it's like a B.
But I think the AJ Brown trade, didn't Eagles shut it down?
I don't know.
I mean, they signed your boy.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be difficult.
I think they shut down the AJ Brown trade saying we're not going to trade AJ Brown this season.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see that June 1st situation. But we still got to
we got to finish we got to finish the AFC East. Yeah, let's finish the AFC East. You have the Jets. The Jets have been toiling in mediocrity in perpetuity. So I don't know if they're good yet. I don't know if they're bad yet. I know that Geno Smith is back.
Back, baby. Back like crack.
Not terrible for them. I think it's better because obviously they moved on from Justin Fields. Definitely. We can talk about his landing spot when we get there, I guess. But I do like that. Geno Smith is a thumbs up for me. Okay. I feel like they didn't really give up much. They gave up they traded a 6th round pick and they get Geno in a 7th. Yeah. Nice. They need a quarterback that's decent. That's like franchise tag Breece Hall. Sorry to Breece Hall. I feel bad for him.
He can't go anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of small signings, but besides that, I'm not.
I mean,
I got Sweat, the trade from Titans.
Yeah, they got Minka Fitzpatrick too. Yep. That's a decent safety to bring in.
He'll sign for $40 million later this year. That's not terrible.
They'll be mediocre again, so I'm not really worried about the Jets. That's no.
For the AFC, I feel like.
Yeah. What do you rate this with franchise tagging Breece and getting Geno back? What would you rate this real quick?
I mean, I'm going to C minus again. Yeah. Like nothing that I just think it's because they're bad in general that I feel that way. It might not be like I might have bias on judging their roster, because they just have been bad for so long.
They have one crazy Breece Hall.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. That's the AFC East, right?
Yeah, keep us moving.
All right, let's go.
It's the AFC North.
AFC North.
I think this was one of the biggest signings that we've seen.
This was maybe the biggest story.
Yeah.
You talked about it.
Yes. I mean,
walk me through.
Listen. So about a week ago, maybe about 10 days ago, you know what I mean, we heard about this trade that was happening where the Baltimore Ravens were giving up not one, not two, but 2 and some change, 2 first-round picks and some change for Max Crosby to the Raiders.
I know, it was big news when that broke.
Huge.
We thought the Ravens got fleeced. We thought Tom Brady did it again. We thought, oh my goodness. However, Max Crosby gets on a plane, heads over to Baltimore. They check him out. Team doctors. They called the league saying, we're not taking him! Now, this happens to be, a little few times later, maybe a few days later, less than 48, maybe 72. An edge rusher who has left the Bengals in very high controversy last year signs a 4-year, $112 million contract. Michael John, is there a conspiracy going on in the NFL? What is happening?
No, the edge rushers get paid a lot, and he's earned it. But that's so simple. This is what I think is stupid. If you come to trade agreement with someone that's coming off of an injury, there needs to be some sort of, because you could just, all right, yes, of course you said, no, his knee didn't pass my physical. Of course, he's coming off of a meniscus tear or whatever. He's recovering.
Sure, right.
That's what you did when you traded for him. You agreed to it. It's just playing, don't hate the player, hate the system, right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Yep. It's a stupid system that you can do that because basically they did a cuck in the meantime just to see what's going on with the market. We're going to do 2 first picks for Crosby. Okay, Hendrickson didn't get signed. He's still available. You know what? Actually, I failed this one. I saved my 2 first-round picks and I'll sign Hendrickson. Quite equivalent to Max Crosby.
Come on.
it's done. That's a great move. And hey, they swindled. That's it. That's their good signing too. They haven't really done anything else that I've seen. Like nothing great. So
YBK, as a manager, okay, as a man who you are GM YBK. How do you feel about this as a watching GM? Yeah. And how do you feel about this as an owner in the next owners meeting coming up next year?
Like what Mikey said, definitely some dirty swindling happened. If you come to terms of an agreement, I feel like Mikey said it perfectly. If you come to an agreement with the player and you know that coming off injury, it's tough. And as an owner, I'd be like, damn, I don't know how you got this pulled through, but good for you. But damn, great signing though for Hendrickson.
Yeah,
it's just an exploitation of the system. I mean, you can't fault. They used it to their advantage.
When that happened, like I remember, I'm like, oh my gosh, Max Crosby went to the Ravens.
It was amazing to see. I was like, oh, lit, this is crazy. I was like, Tom Brady fleeced somebody else. This is amazing. Mm-hmm. The Raiders are gonna have the number 1 pick. They're gonna be able to get some weapons. They're gonna be able to do something. And then all of a sudden, it's like, and we all knew, the entire world knew that this man was coming off an injury. I think that was the more concerning part about it all. It's like we all knew. So it's like, we know you were hurt, bro. We know. Yep. So I just, as an owner, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be hot.
They pulled one over. They ran it.
They definitely did. They definitely did. Speaking of pulling one over.
What would you grade the Ravens?
I mean, guys.
I'm just going to... I'll give so far a C+. Because I like Hendrickson, but I mean they got Jalen Hawkins from the Pats who had a good year as a safety. But safeties are one of those kind of replaceable, nothing. I gave them a C+ because Hendrickson puts it over. Maybe B-.
I was gonna say I'd say give it a B, maybe a B+. I mean Hendrickson is a top 5.
That makes it.
He's a top 5 edge rusher. If we just looked at that, it'd be like, okay, this is great. If we took off all the drama and the bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, this is pretty good. You get someone who can close the game for Lamar. You know what I mean?
That's what they need.
Then that's what they need.
That's exactly what they need.
They really need someone who can shut the game down, and this guy, you know what I mean, can shut the game down.
All right. Solid B.
Solid B.
B then?
Yeah, B.
All right. What's next?
Cincy.
I mean, the team he left, so.
I mean, yeah, that's their biggest move is that Hendrickson is gone. They didn't re-sign him. That's their biggest. But I guess they got Brian Cook and they got Orlando Brown Jr. They really need to improve, I feel like, that offensive line. Because that's the problem. Burrow always getting beat up every year, bro. And they go to play. Even when they win in the playoffs, he's always getting sacked 6 times, 5, 6, 7 times. It's like they got to protect him. But they got They re-signed Orlando Brown. Yep. So. Not bad. Yeah. Boy Mafe, 3 years, $60 million. Another edge. The edges be getting paid crazy. He's good, but it ain't you see what I mean? Even a good edge
annual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you just got to be good. So I like it. I'm being kind of stingy, huh? I want to give them a C. I'm seeing them. I
feel like it's less than mid, less than.
Yeah,
so
it's like
a C-.
C-.
Yeah.
C-.
I give them a C, yeah. Okay. I want to see a good offensive lineman go there. And then the Browns, who have been toiling in mediocrity for how long?
Come on now.
I mean, if you look at this, they're trying to strengthen that offensive line.
Okay.
They got 1, 2, 3, 4 signings. Either re-signed or signed to a 2-year deal, 2 or 3 year deal.
Okay. Traded for Titus Howard.
Yep. Trying to bolster it.
3 years, $63 million. Okay, and 3 year, $50 million for Zion Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. And then Elgin Jenkins.
Yep.
You got some money too.
For $20 million, it's not terrible.
Just basically getting an offensive line, putting your offensive line together. That's what they need. It is a good starting point for offense. You're right. Yeah. Protect. Give. I know Shador gonna have to compete for it, but. Probably. I mean, if they want to make some money, they probably want to. They should probably let him be the quarterback. But we'll see.
See what happens. I mean, Shador hopefully be protected this year. I think with these signings, I think I'm not sure how great these guys are, but because offensive linemen usually don't leave if you're amazing, but. Hopefully they can keep them upright for a little bit longer.
They invested a lot in it, so better work.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What are we rating this, guys? What are we rating this? C+?
Yeah.
C+?
I think that's fair.
C+ is fine.
I mean, they're trying.
I'm fine with that.
They're trying.
Yeah.
They're not doing great, but they're trying.
Yeah.
Guys, I think, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is one of the best signings the best free agents in terms of ratings for me, in all of the NFL. We're gonna go to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The best?
I think it's one of the best.
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
really do. I mean, here's the deal. You got Rico Dowdle, signed with the Steelers on a 2-year, $12 million contract.
Nice.
Okay? So that's cheap. You're getting Rico from last year, who was a fantasy nasty until the board came
for
back.
2 when he had back-to-back 200-yard games. Besides that, that was it.
And then you got, and then you're getting Michael Pittman, got acquired from the Colts.
I like that a lot.
And you know what I mean, for a 7th and a 6th.
And he signed a new deal.
Cam Hayward signed a new 2-year deal, so
That's nice. I like Hayward staying. You know.
You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I like what's going on here.
I'm not going to lie. I think Dowdle and Pittman is such a Pittsburgh pairing of offensive players. So mid that I can't get over it. It is so unbelievably mid. Like, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback at 43 or whatever.
With DJ Metcalf.
Oh, they're dying to be 8 and 9, 7 and 10,
I don't know.
9 and 8. They are dying to be mid.
Guys, if I'm telling you now,
I'm going C- on his boys.
No way, really?
I'm going D+. Yeah,
Wow.
I do not like it, bro.
What?
I do not like Pittsburgh's offseason.
You don't like it at all?
No, and no Tomlin anymore, too. I hate it. I do not like Dowdle and Pittman. I'm a hater of this one. I'm sorry. I am. I don't know.
D+.
Yeah, I go D+, bro.
I say at least solid like B.
I think this is a
B+.
B+. I think this is a B+ signing. You sign a running back, a decent running back, a top 15, 20 running back for $6 million a year.
I don't know about that one.
Top 20?
Top 20?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't think Rico Dowdle is top 20?
I don't know.
You don't. At least he's 21 or 22.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Then you got Michael Pittman, who I think is a top 25 wide receiver.
I don't know, bro. Pittman wasn't even the best. Well, Alec Pierce got all the money from the Colts last year.
That's because Daniel Jones gave him all the money. What you mean? He got
But the year before that, Pittman was pretty good.
Pittman has been good, but it's not. It's just such a Pittsburgh player.
Who's Pittman getting thrown to?
It's gonna
Phillip
be.
Rivers?
That's what I'm saying. Who is throwing to him this year? Aaron Rodgers.
He's younger than Phillip.
Or is it going to be some rando that who was their backup quarterback? They drafted someone last year, I think.
So.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like Pittsburgh just wants to be mid.
I think you'll always hate Pittsburgh.
They're dying.
They're dying.
Not at all. Not at all. Their offense was amazing with Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown, the 3 Bs. They were nasty. That was when the offense was nasty. This is not an explosive offense at all. It's the opposite to me. This is like a bad Pittsburgh offense. Yes, that's what I think. I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm just like, I don't think it's good.
Listen, if they win 11 games, I'm telling you now.
If they win 11 games, I'll give you $5.
$5.
Put it on. Put it down.
Put money on the floor.
$5. Put a 10 piece.
A quick
put a 10 piece. If they win,
put a 10 piece down.
Put a 10 piece. We'll come back. We'll circle back to this one.
We'll circle back to this. I think they're gonna win 11 games.
Yeah.
I see 11 games this
Sorry,
year.
Papa.
Come on.
I'm kicking Sam under the table right now.
That was the North.
That's so boring. Like that division.
very boring.
That division bored me to sleep. I think.
Listen.
Let's go to the South.
You guys start off, YBK.
We got the Houston Texans over here, and we already know, we talked about the trade here.
Nope.
Texans got David Montgomery from
I
the
like
Lions.
it.
Yep.
I like that pickup.
Extension for Juice Struggs and a 4th-round draft pick and a 2027 7th-round selection.
Okay.
Not bad. I like it. They also got Dalton Schultz, I see.
Yes.
1-year extension.
Yep.
Extension, they re-signed.
He's re-signed,
Pretty
yep.
good.
Yeah, they have their offensive line.
They spent a brick on offensive line this year.
But tell me about this one. No, I was going to say, I mentioned it earlier about the edge rusher. I cannot believe that Daniil Hunter got a 1-year, $40 million extension.
That's the AAV.
Crazy!
He gave paid
$40 million!
He gave paid Aaron Judge.
Put the money on the flow, bro!
Same as Aaron Judge's Yankee AAV contract.
Put the money in the flow.
Isn't that crazy?
He did have a great year. He had like another 16 sacks
But
in there.
Aaron Judge.
That defense is nasty.
But he single-handedly made sure that they got to the playoffs. Single-handedly.
Is that not crazy?
Captain, the fall $40 million.
Will Anderson still is probably better than him, but
Yes.
that's crazy to think that he got
$40 million.
$40 million for a year. But I like that they're keeping that identity about, Sheldon Rankins on the interior line, got their offensive line. I think the wide receiver position just needs to stay healthy for them because had they kept like over like 2 years ago, let's say when they had Diggs and Tank Dell went down and they had Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz is not bad at the passing game, they can be good. Yeah. I actually finally have a good rating and I'm going to give them a B.
They got
That's it.
They got my
I'm giving them a B.
They got Blankenship for 3 years, 24. I give them an A.
Good money.
All right, I'm stingy, I guess, today. Y'all are, I don't know, y'all. I'm stingy today, y'all. I'm not giving out A's, bro. This ain't the scarlet letter. I ain't, you know what I mean? They ain't getting, I ain't giving them out.
I say the Texans got a solid B+.
I like that.
B+.
Yeah, no A, no A.
No A?
No A yet,
I'll give them a B.
A didn't come out yet.
I'm going to give I give them a B.
That's what I said.
That's my vote. No, I'm playing. They had a good.
Yo,
they have a good.
Do not have Michael John as your teacher and grading your papers because that boy's gonna be. He's gonna be like, nah. He's gonna be curving. He says -10 on everybody. -10. I don't even care.
I just don't know if they addressed the places. Like their defense is what got them to as far as they got, and they didn't address it. Like I guess the offensive line is good, but they didn't quite address the lack of what. Yeah, well, I guess they did with the running back. They tried to bring in someone to pair with Woody Marks.
And I'm hoping with the draft, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens.
Put a B on it.
Put a B on it.
Yeah, right. I know you're going to love this one.
Let's get it.
I know. What they cooking in Indianapolis, boy?
Listen, I don't know what is happening in Indy. And I don't know if they smoking. I don't know if it's ayahuasca. I don't know what's popping.
You think that them boys deserve it?
Listen, there's the second one.
Danny Dimes.
Alec
Pierce, tell me.
Listen, Danny Dimes is turning into the new Kirk Cousins.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a good comparison.
I really feel like he is.
Money-wise.
You are going to each team, collecting a bag, doing nothing, and leaving. This man, I feel like Malik Willis kind of did nothing. But at least he did some possible, you know what I mean, championship games, trying to playoff games, situations where they tried to get him in a spot. Daniel Jones has won what? One playoff game?
Yeah.
One?
Yeah. But how good was their offense last year before he got injured? That's the real question. I think that's why they gave him that money.
But mid-Pittman
2 years,
is gone.
88 is crazy.
2 years, 88 with 60.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you guys are thinking of like the Pittman of like 2 years, 3 years ago. Like not the current Pittman. Because on their team, Pittman's good, don't get me wrong, but Pierce was the best wide receiver they had. That's why he got paid 4 years, $114 million. And Josh Downs was there, and then Tyler Warren. So Tyler Warren was better than Pittman was last year. Let's get it straight. And when Daniel Jones was there, he was getting the ball to them. So I don't know. I see why they gave him the money. I just think, they fallen into the slippery slope. It's a bad.
They spent $200 million on these two athletes.
Mm-hmm. Two.
Yeah. Well, did they even get anything else of noteworthy?
No.
Not really.
No.
C minus, D plus, D.
I give this a D.
D plus for me.
I say C plus.
I give this a D.
C plus, damn. What
C plus. C plus.
I'll give it D plus.
D plus.
I'll go D plus.
I don't think Alec Pierce is a number one wide receiver.
I say C. Okay.
Make sure YBK is grading y'all papers. I tell you that. Ridiculous.
All right, let's go.
Come on. Okay. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They ain't really
nothing.
done much.
What the hell is this?
DJ Dallas and Chris Rodriguez Jr. being your new running backs after losing ETN is crazy.
Your name's actually spelled DJ with D-E-E-J-A-Y.
DJ.
I think I give this a D.
D.
I give this a D.
Yeah.
Can't do anything.
Nothing. Pack it up. That's a D. Pack it up.
Pack it up.
Move
All
on.
right. Tell me about Tennessee.
Okay.
See, now this is where I feel like if Michael John, if you kind of look in between the lines, it could be higher than what you think.
Talk to me then.
All right. So,
talk to me.
You know what I mean? First off, I think that the cherry on top, right, I feel like is Wan'Dale Robinson signs a 4-year, $78 million contract that is $38 million guaranteed. Yeah. So it's about $20 million a year for a weaponry with my boy, Cam Ward.
I like a good slot receiver for Cam Ward. Put it down. I agree. I like that.
Right?
Huh?
He was in Giants.
He was on the Giants. And
he's a good slot receiver. I like him. They need to put him in this. Yeah, I like him.
You also have another Giant that is coming with Daniel Bellinger.
Yep.
And being able to have someone who is reliable, who can catch on a minimum, I think is good for a emerging quarterback.
I like that.
Now, the biggest thing that I felt like one guy who left the Denver Broncos, John Franklin Myers, signed a 3-year, $63 million with $42 million guaranteed.
Not
so
bad.
I feel as though, they were doing some stuff. They're working on the defensive line. They're working on the edge. They're working.
Yeah, they traded for Jermaine Johnson
Do you know what I'm saying?
from the Jets.
They're trying to make sure that this defense is really holding up a little bit because if Cam Ward at least can get the ball once or twice, he might be able to do something. So
I like it. Yeah. I actually am not as harsh as you guys thought I would be.
Thank you.
Because I'm going to go all the way to give them a B-.
Wow.
Yeah.
They got some corners, too.
I am.
Good investments.
I think it's good investments. Good investments.
I'll give them a B-.
I say B.
We give him a B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid B. That's good.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you want to start this off, Michael?
Go to the West?
Yeah. Run it.
Talk to me.
Today, that was the biggest move that the Broncos made. That's where we're starting. They traded for Jalen Waddle.
Yep.
Crazy.
What they get?
They gave up, a first rounder, a third rounder, and a fourth rounder, and they get Jalen Waddle and a fourth rounder.
Okay.
Jalen Waddle was like a top 10 pick, though, wasn't
Yes.
he?
Yeah.
He was a high pick. Yeah. How do you like that? I think that that's the best move maybe I've seen so far. Like, it makes sense. That's a great set. They needed kind of an explosive, good wide receiver, like someone like that, because Courtland Sutton is a big boy. He makes contested catches. I think Waddle can actually burn you and run deep routes and get you. You feel me? And that's I like that addition right there.
I'm looking at the re-signings, and that's more what I'm happy about than anything else in terms of.
Okay.
I mean, I love the Waddle situation. That is extremely new. I did not know that was happening until we sat down earlier today. But in terms of re-signing J.K. Dobbins, re-signing
coming off injury, though. Coming off injury.
Re-signing Chapman, you know what I mean? And having little Jordan Humphreys and even McLaughlin. I feel like these guys were...
They've been on the Broncos.
Yeah. They've been on the Broncos for a
I think so, yeah. Yeah, he should be.
Okay,
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like they're reliable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than them losing a couple things on defense, they bolstered the offense.
That Bo Waddle's going to be...
I'm giving them a B.
You giving him a B?
I'm giving him a B. That's a good... I'm giving them a B because I think they don't have a need for offensive linemen. They don't have a need for defensive cornerbacks and stuff. And I feel like they addressed an area, which is like getting a great weapon. A top 10 wide receiver pick for Bo Nix is great under a Sean Payton offense. Yeah. I think that's huge. I'm giving that a B.
Who's not a diva. That's what.
Yeah, and they didn't give up a lot of money for J.K. Dobbins. I know he's coming off injury, but if he runs like how he did before he got injured last year, he was having a good year.
Yeah, he's having a good year.
It's a great year. So I like it.
That held on to Dobbins.
Yeah, I like it.
What was the team he was on before? The Chargers?
Chargers.
Yeah, they didn't.
Before that, he was on the Ravens.
He did a good
season.
Yeah, because he ruptured his Achilles twice, but he came back looking good. So
solid, yeah. I'm
so good. Yeah, give him a B. I'm a nice grader.
Okay.
All right.
I could be nice.
I appreciate that.
I could be nice.
Listen, we're gonna move on. My Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
Talk to me, baby.
Let's go.
I'm a little confused at what's happening because I felt like we were supposed to get Waddle for a number 1 pick.
You thought so, huh?
I thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah, you got something else for a 6th-round pick. No, what's Andy cooking up?
Yeah,
Come on, talk to me.
Listen, I'm gonna trust the genius of Andy Reid. Okay. That while Patrick Mahomes is on the mend,
Exactly.
they're gonna have a gadget man who can do what Patrick Mahomes used to do on 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 1.
Okay.
There's now a quarterback that can now do the tush push in Kansas City. Justin Fields has been acquired from the New York Jets. He's playing for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, he got picked up for a bag of chips, and now he can play 6 or 7 games to hopefully keep them like 500, and Mahomes comes back, and all right, let's go.
It's not a terrible.
It's not terrible. I think the better signing for them offensively is Kenneth Walker, obviously, because they've been dying for a decent running back, sitting on Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco as their
1 and 2.
Yeah, come on. It's like, and they got DeMarcado, who used to be okay. Like, he's a bit of an offensive weapon for Arizona. Yeah. So it's something. They re-signed Tyquan Thornton, so you got someone who's speedy there. Kelsey's coming back. Kyrsis Tonga from the Pats, he left, but he got like $7 million a year. It's not bad. I'm gonna go C.
I thought it was C+.
Give him a C. I give him a C.
I like Travis being back. Kenneth Walker, I think, really pushes it from a C to a C+.
I'll give it to you, C+.
But that's you know what I mean. It's just
I'll grant it.
I wanted not a Tyquan Thornton. I wanted one of these next wide receivers.
Let's hear it.
Jalen Naylor. signs a 3-year deal worth $35 million and $23 million in guarantees for the Las Vegas Raiders. I thought that's what we were going to get. I thought, you know what I mean? Not a big name, but someone at least to kind of just...
Someone.
That's better than Thornton. I mean, we're looking at this.
I like Linderbaum. That was the big signing that they made because they needed a good center, and he's leaving the Ravens.
Yes, he is.
And he's nasty. He's one of the best centers in the game. 3 years, $81 million for offensive lineman. That's good money. I like that. Got some edge rushers. You got Fernando Mendoza coming in, right? He's going to be your QB1 because you're going to draft him. You have the number 1 overall pick. You're going to draft Fernando Mendoza. It's okay. Get a little offensive line, beef it up a little bit. I don't like Jalen Naylor like that. I mean,
I think he's not
terrible.
I mean, if he's on I mean, you got what? Bowers is still going to be there. You know what I mean? You're going to have, you know what I mean? You're going to have some decent weapons. Do you know what I mean? So having Naylor as somebody as a gadget guy, you know what I mean, can play the slot, you know what I mean, a little quick. So, you know what I mean? I felt like it was good. On the Chiefs, nasty.
I'll give him a D+.
Yeah.
A B+?
No, D+.
D+.
I'm not feeling that great about it. I'll give him a C- because Linderbaum is nasty. Actually,
Okay,
I'll upgrade. I'll upgrade.
Kobe Dean signed a good contract too over there.
Yeah, it's not bad. You're right. That's a good linebacker right there. I'll give him C-. We'll call it C-.
Okay.
So listen, your Los Angeles Chargers
made a lot of moves,
A lot of work.
Justin Herbert. What's going on? What are they trying to do for this boy?
I don't really love any of the things that they did. Charlie Kolar going to be that tight end, 3 years, $24 million. It's okay. Bringing in the Pats' old offensive lineman who Billy drafted way too high, Cole Strange. Decent, you know, bringing a center, 3 years, $30 million, Tyler Bidatz.
Yeah.
I mean, do you love it? I don't hate it. I like them bringing back Khalil Mack. He's been still playing good, even though he's getting older. Got to have someone good who can rush there. Denzel Perriman, not a bad linebacker to bring into the fray. So
it's just mid to me. I feel
think
like
so?
It's really mid.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're still competing, maybe be in a playoff spot. But I don't think you're gonna win anything.
Keaton Mitchell for running back, a super fast running back to complement Omari and Hampton, and then bringing in Alec Ingold, the fullback, to try to
help him out a little bit.
Bolster that run game.
Alec was in Miami.
So I'm gonna go for this one. I'm feeling a little generous. I'm gonna go B-, actually, because they made a lot of signings. I do feel like they didn't throw crazy money around and get no superstars, but I just kind of like it generally. All right.
YBK.
We're going to NFC time now.
NFC East.
We got the AFC down.
Yep.
So we are going to the NFC East.
This is one of your favorites. Talk to
the
me.
Cowgirls. Let's get it. Talk about the Cowgirls here. They made a little bit of moves here. You know, we talked about George Pickens getting the franchise tag. You know, we'll get him $28 million. All right.
That's like the biggest move they made besides Javonte.
Yeah, the re-signing of Javonte, 3 year, 24, $8 million AV. Not bad. Pretty good. I say D.
I'll go C.
Maybe I'm too mean to them.
I'm going C-.
Okay.
Yeah.
C-.
I'm going C-.
Let me see here. Any
I don't really love anything else they did. It's nothing that, like, no names that pop out to me and nothing that gets me.
It's not gonna make him anything better. That's all. I
mean, Brandon Aubrey had a pretty good kicker season last year.
Yeah, but it's just kicker, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, all respect to the kickers, but
he got 5.76 million though. But yeah.
Good for him.
All right.
New York.
We got New York.
I like this one right here. This is one. Yeah, this is the one like where I'm gonna get to. I'm feeling like Harbaugh cooked something up here.
I was about to say,
Harbaugh cooked up because he left the Ravens. They said they didn't want him no more, and he said, "All right, well, I'm gonna take
a few people with me.
I'm gonna take a couple people with me." Yeah, exactly. He said, "Bet," because I love them bringing in a fullback too, because they need to be able to. Jackson Dart already chilling there. Neighbors coming back.
Yes.
So I like the fact that they.
Malik Neighbors.
Yes, exactly. So I like that the fact, they brought in Mooney and Calvin Austin, who were good, like wide receiver threes, like they're decent wide receiver threes. But I really like Isaiah Likely, 3 years, $40 million.
Yes, he's like, come to me.
Athletic, pass catching tight end. They're gonna pair him with Theo Johnson. That's gonna be a good tight end. I like that tight end, and they got a couple offensive linemen. I don't like the Giants. I like what they did in the offseason.
What they did?
I like it.
What are we giving them?
I'll tell you what I'm giving them. B+, bro.
What?
Yeah, I'm giving B+.
Highest grade
This
now,
is the highest grade for Michael Jordan.
I like what they did. I like I feel like the signings made sense. I like the players they got. I don't think they overpaid for no one. I like it.
Okay.
I feel like I'll agree and ride the B plus boat here.
All right.
No.
I'm with it. Maybe a B.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see that.
B plus.
B,
Okay.
B plus.
All right.
Not bad though, right?
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Listen, your team.
Let's go.
You're lucky that
Fly,
they
go
had.
fly,
you're
baby.
lucky that like it's today. We didn't talk about it yesterday because they
That's
might
true.
have got a bad.
That's true, but we got Hollywood Brown, everybody.
Hollywood.
1 year, 6.5.
Okay.
It says up to, so I'm sure he got some bonuses.
Incentives, yeah, incentive based.
We re-signed Dallas. Re-signed the tight end too.
Yeah,
Jordan Davis, a big one, 3 years, 78.
that's a lot of money,
That's
bro.
a lot of money, a lot of belief in that.
But I like that. I like that move. I think but teams is paying D tackles now because they realize it really will disrupt. You gotta disrupt the other team's running game,
I miss Fletcher Cox so much.
right?
How much value he brought to our team. But I mean, yeah,
What you think? I like
almost the same team, but you were adding Hollywood Brown on top.
And
Yeah,
tell-
but
and
is
tell-
Dotson gone?
Yes.
Is that like who he's
Dotson's
replacing?
gone. Yeah, Dot- he's replacing
Because I
Dotson.
feel like that's like it's good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'll take it.
I mean,
I'm
I give them like a C minus. Like
Yeah.
it's fine.
Are you 100% that AJ Brown is going to be staying on the
I
Philadelphia?
think he's going to be staying this year, but if it doesn't work out, maybe he might get traded in the middle.
I don't understand why everyone thinks AJ Brown was so much better before he was an Eagle, though.
He's always been nasty.
His best numbers have come from being an Eagle, so I don't know. I'm not sure where that comes from, but I would love to see him with Drake
give a
May.
solid C.
Not for 2 first rounders, though.
No.
For 1 first rounder and maybe a 3rd rounder, or 1 first rounder and a 2nd rounder for AJ Brown and like a 3rd or 4th round.
One
Yeah,
first,
Like a
third, and a
yeah,
fourth.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
you get something back in return.
I'll get a
Yeah.
third or something.
Agreed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
See? All right.
Guys,
Commanders.
this is a long list.
Moves.
Bro, but did they make any like
I don't know.
significant
Let me
moves
see.
here?
I mean, Laramie Tunsil coming in 2 years.
Oh, Laramie
60 million.
Tunsil?
Yep.
Okay, that's huge. They got a great offensive
got a
lineman.
great
then.
offensive lineman,
Okay,
which
that's
they- which
huge.
they-
30 AV is nuts.
Yeah, but he's nasty,
He's
bro.
nasty.
That's
He's
gas
nasty.
mask bong, homie.
And then we have an edge rusher.
Oh, yeah, you got a big deal.
4 year, 100 million, 68 guaranteed.
Damn.
Who is that? Oh, Owe.
Oh, wait, yep.
Bro, and they also got Caleb Von Chase on 1 year,
And-
12 million.
yep.
He's doing another one
year
year
deal.
contract because we had him on the vet
Mercenary.
mid. Good for him to get 12 million though. Shout out to him. We only paid him like $1 million or $2 million this
Yeah.
year for those 13
So
sacks.
he got
Yeah.
a good paycheck right
Yeah.
there.
Good paycheck.
Shout out to him.
And then Tim Settle,
Dietrich Wise.
4, wow,
324.
A lot of
million a
defensive
year.
people. Okay. What did they get? Did they get any? They have any like running backs or? Oh, yo, they got Rashad White and they got Jerome Ford.
Oh, Rashad White. too.
That's actually not like they didn't have. They had Austin Eckler, an older Eckler, and they
Yes.
had Brian Robinson Jr., who's gone. Jerome Ford and Rashad White is a good replacement because Rashad White is a good pass catcher, and Jerome Ford could be your like, hard nosed running back.
Jaden coming opening day?
I don't know if he's coming opening day, but he's gonna be coming back. Yo, I like this one a lot.
Oh,
actually,
I do like that. I do
Now-
like. Okay,
Yeah, Rashad
okay.
White.
yeah,
Okay.
Rashad White from
From Bucks,
Tampa
from
Bay.
Tampa.
Yeah,
I like
that's what I'm
that.
saying. And then Jerome Ford from the Browns, bro. I'm going B plus, bro. I'm going B plus.
No, hold on. I might. Oh no, I'm going A minus. My boy from tight end. Oh no.
Okonkwo.
Yep. I didn't know he
I'm
was.
going B plus, bro. I loved
going
it.
B
I
plus.
like
Daniels
these
better
moves.
come back quick.
Bro, I like these moves right
Yes,
here.
I
I'm
like
going
that.
B plus.
plus.
No. It just was
I say B plus.
whispering
I say B plus.
in.
plus. I like it.
it.
I say B plus. Solid.
Love it, bro.
Nice. Commanders
That
looking
was a
scary.
good
That was a good one.
off season
That's a
for
good
them.
offseason for them.
Yeah.
Ah, we're going to the north.
Going to the north. Listen, Chicago Bears.
Let's go. Let me see.
They're trying to do something right now with Caleb Williams. Trying to bring a little bit more defensive presence to the game because at the end of the day, they weren't able to close out a lot of these games.
Well, that's the opposite. They won 11 games like crunch time.
They did, but I'm saying
But the
they didn't want
defense needs to, the offense, they're not relying on the offense. I like it.
Yeah,
they're not relying on the offense for
So
like last minute magic.
they're not relying on it. So they put a lot of money on the defensive side. They got an edge
like it.
rusher. They got some defensive linemen. They got a linebacker. I think also from Tampa Bay. I think he was before Bush. I think he was doing a little something.
3 year, 30 mil for
Yeah,
Bush.
so-
Not bad. Khalif Raymond.
linebacker.
Khalif Raymond's a decent replacement because he's like a $5 million for him. He was on Detroit, so he knows the division.
Yep.
I'm gonna go like a light C minus. Yeah,
say
C
C.
minus. I'm not that. I'm not greatly impressed.
guess
I'll go
fair.
C. Fine. I'll go a C. I'm going mid because I don't know. I'm not sure how much of a difference this is
We
gonna
gotta
make.
see. We gotta see what this defense looks like. We
Yeah.
gotta see what this defense looks like.
All right.
Detroit.
Oh my god.
I feel like this was mid on mid.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
mid on
not.
mid on
I
mid.
am not impressed at all.
Yeah, I like his name a lot right here. I like
Pacheco,
his name a lot right here.
Tyler Conkling, Juice Scruggs. Get me out of here,
So you
bro.
have your number one is David Montgomery. Your number 2 is Isaiah Pacheco, and your backup quarterback.
No, they
is
traded
Teddy
Montgomery. It's Gibbs now. They traded Montgomery. It's
Oh,
Gibbs.
yes.
It's
Sorry,
Gibbs.
my
It's
fault,
Gibbs
my
and
fault.
Pacheco.
Gibbs and
Yeah.
Pacheco. My fault.
I don't love it. I'm gonna go D. I just don't love it.
I don't either. I'm gonna give it a D as well.
I'll go D. Let's go. I agree.
Sorry to the
Sorry, guys.
Lions.
Green Bay. Green Bay didn't do much.
Did they do anything?
Yo,
Sky Moore. Sky Moore.
D minus.
Yeah, give me more. They should have run it up.
Zaire Franklin, linebacker. I mean, I'll give
Zaire Franklin and Javon Hargrave.
Oh, yeah.
C minus.
C minus.
Yeah.
All right.
C minus.
Run a C minus.
C minus. Guys,
Ooh.
this is huge.
This was a big difference, actually.
Huge.
Right here.
Cardinals say bye-bye.
Kyler Murray signs a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings.
Is that minimum?
They're paying him, I think, 3, and the other ones are paying him 13 or something like that.
What are they paying him?
1.3, everybody.
1.3.
Veteran minimum.
Because he's getting still paid, I'm sure, with his contract here.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So they're just getting a nice discount for Kyler Murray.
He's going to start probably by the end of it all.
I think so.
JJ is too mid. It's a
No, McCarthy? Yeah.
Yeah,
JJ
JJ's too mid. I feel like I'm not sure. I feel like I'd rather Kyler.
Justin Jefferson.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, wait a minute.
And they restructured
He's
it.
being too mean right now.
No, JJ McCarthy.
McCarthy.
That I would rather Kyler Murray. I think that Kevin McConnell's a good quarterback guy. So, but that's all they did. It's a very light offseason for
Listen,
them.
that's all they need. I feel
And
like
they
they got
touched up
the
Jones'
weapons. They got JJ in terms of Jet. I feel like they got some solid. They got a
right.
solid running back. We're gonna be all
I
right.
believe you if you said that's all they need. B minus.
I'm down with it.
Ooh, I said C.
I was gonna say C plus.
I think that's the perfect landing place for Kyler Murray. So that's why I'm gonna say B minus.
Okay. You're right.
That's why.
I'll agree.
That's
B
why.
minus.
That's the only reason why I think that.
okay. Listen, the NFC South.
Let's go.
Another big one right here, huh? Because we was talking about this earlier.
Yes, we were.
I mentioned this to Camden earlier in the day. Tua signs a 1-year veteran minimum as well because he's getting paid by Miami because
yes.
they cut him. So he's
I'm sure he's like a 1.3.
I think he's taking Penix's job. I am not that
Penix.
amazed by Penix. Like I know he has good qualities, and
Yes.
I like the way he gets the ball to Drake London. But I feel like Tua with Drake London, with
Bijan.
Kyle Pitts, Bijan, it's not terrible. And that's who got Jahan Dotson, huh? 2 years, $15 million for Jahan Dotson.
good for him, but he really didn't do much for the Eagles.
Yeah, he's like
I don't know if he
decent.
deserved
That's
that
it.
Contract though.
2 years, $15 million, $10 million guaranteed. Yeah, $5 million a year is fine. I think it's fine.
All right.
So I give them a C plus.
I was literally gonna say that same thing.
Yeah,
C plus.
how y'all feel? Because I think I
I'm
do
about to
think
say
it was
C+.
smart to franchise tag Pitts because let's see
Yeah.
if he can do it again. Because he's been underperformed his whole year, but had a good year last year. So let's see if he can do it one more time before we give him the extension.
True that.
Yeah,
A
I like
lot of
it.
1 years.
Yeah,
Listen,
C plus.
C plus.
That's fair.
All right.
Carolina.
Ooh.
I feel like they're running it back. I feel like when I'm looking at this, David Moore, we got re-signs, Travis Gibson.
A lot of
They did make one big splash with Jalen Phillips.
Come on with it.
He was a huge free
He got
agent to sign.
paid.
4-year, $120 million because the edge rushers get paid, bro.
Oh my God.
Jalen Phillips was big.
It's all about them edge rushers.
Yes, bro.
Oh my
Jalen
God,
Phillips, a
these
couple
contracts
offensive tackles. I'm not sure if I want them to have like a better. I know Tet's there, a decent number 1, but I feel like I want him to have one more good weapon.
Shout out Michael John in the pre season of 2025, 2026. Shouting out Panthers. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's because that's a
That was
crapshoot.
cool.
The NFC South is a crapshoot, so don't give me too much
It's true,
credit.
it's true.
I just felt like the division was gonna be so mid that it was a
Carolina.
possibility.
You
Like,
just like
yeah,
that,
exactly, bro.
But
Exactly.
that was crazy.
So,
I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm going
They
C
actually made
minus.
it.
I'm going C minus. No, I'll give him a C because they got Jalen Phillips. C.
Okay.
And I like Devin Floyd. C
right.
plus. Let me upgrade
Plus,
it. I went
from C minus,
yeah.
C plus.
I think they got a couple
He's
good
looking
defensive
more.
signings.
I say C, though,
I
for
like it. I just don't love it.
Okay.
New Orleans. I feel like this was the most random
What the
free
heck
agency
happened
in the
already?
history of life right now.
Travis, that's
Their
his name.
one big move was ETN, right?
yeah,
They got one of the
ETN, there
better.
we go.
They
So,
got
no,
one of the
it's
better.
actually Achien.
Achien. I saw that Achien. Like I saw him explaining
No
it.
way.
He wrote it like how, which is funny because that's how Achan spells his name.
Yep.
Oh.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I mean, I feel like
4-year, 52. He earned it because he had a great year
No,
last
I
year.
agree. I like that one.
But that's the only real like difference maker, huh? Caden Ellis, 3 years, $33 million.
I give it a
C.
I give it D.
Yeah.
DC.
Damn, maybe we're flipping here. I was gonna go C minus.
C minus.
I'll go D plus because I'll go in the middle. I'll play the middle for y'all.
Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Resign K Dodd.
Yeah,
They got Kenneth Gainwell. Because Rashid White is gone now.
Yeah, Rashad White's gone, so Kenneth Gainwell there.
I feel like this is a C
It's
minus.
so mid.
Yeah, I'm going D plus again.
I
There we
agree.
go.
D plus.
There you go.
All right.
Going D plus again.
NFC West. All right, Cardinals got a new quarterback,
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner
The
Minshew.
biggest.
That's whack.
The best.
Like, they're whack again because they had Jacoby Brissett, who threw for a ton of yards last year because they would be down by 4 touchdowns going into, like, at the end of the set, going into the third. So he'd throw for a ton of yards. I like their offensive because they have Trey McBride.
They got your boy
Kendrick
here.
Bourne.
Yeah, he got a little bit of money.
He got a little paycheck here.
He's a little journeyman.
What's that? How do you pronounce his name?
Sumalo.
Sumalo got a little pay too.
A little guard.
What you calling this?
31.
What you thinking? C?
2 years, $12.5 million for Tyler Algier.
C minus. C minus.
Ugh.
C.
C.
Ugh. C
Okay.
minus.
C minus.
D plus.
D
C-
plus.
D plus.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
Yeah, I don't love it.
guys, the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh.
I feel like this.
I like
Honestly,
this.
I feel like this was one of the
Because
biggest.
it was
I
a
like
big
this.
splash.
Yes.
Sometimes less is more,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Higbee's coming back.
Yep.
Knows the playbook, stays there.
Yep.
Right? Couple small signings, and then obviously the big one.
Yep.
2 big signings in the cornerbacks department. First, we'll start with Jalen Watson, 3-year, $51 million.
Crazy.
Not bad.
Crazy.
Right? And then another secondary signing, 3-year, $36 million.
They're making sure them
Curl
wide
is coming
receivers
back.
getting locked
The
down.
biggest one of all. The biggest one of all. Trent McDuffie.
Come on.
Kansas City moving on. That's a lot of money, though. 4-year, $124 million. They sent a 1st-round pick. They sent a 5th-round pick. They sent a 6th-round pick. Let's go, bro. Come on.
I think he
Bring
did.
it.
I think he deserved it.
And the 2027 third rounder.
That's crazy.
Oh
They
my.
deserve- he deserved
unreal.
it. He deserved
But
it.
I feel like this is
That's
so
a true
good
number
for the
one.
Rams,
That's a
though.
true number
This
one
is so
cornerback.
good.
This is maximizing Matthew Stafford's win.
You already
Yeah,
know-
like remember when they went in on
You already-
Jalen Ramsey like a few years back? They said let's get some great let's
124,
let's
something like
shore
that.
up the secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
love
We're
this.
going. I'm going B.
B? I was gonna say B plus.
I was about A minus.
All right.
Let's run it.
All right. B minus.
So it's a B plus then.
B plus. Yeah. Average.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's a B plus.
All right.
I know you guys I probably will have something about this because I feel like San Fran, obviously, we know Shanahan knows how to utilize offensive weapons. What do we feel about Mike Evans and Christian Kirk, veteran wide receivers coming in?
I just
You know what Mike Evans said? They was one player away, and I'm that player. You believe him?
I think he's been injured a lot. There's a lot of narcotics and stuff that you got to take pain medication. I think he's a little high.
I don't believe him. C minus.
I don't believe it at all. I just don't.
We all know San Francisco got the little radiation building, whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
You are. I don't know.
I just don't know if
Exposed.
I trust Evans. Like I think he's getting a little older. I do trust him to be a good red zone target, and I think he works well with Shanahan. So we'll see. I hope he proves me wrong because I like Evans, but I'm going C minus.
If Tampa Bay let you go, I think it's time that you time to.
C minus. You're right, Mikey.
Yeah.
C-minus.
All right.
That's
We're
what I'm
going to Seattle.
feeling.
All right. The last and the baddest.
Oh wow, it is the last one.
Reigning champs.
Let's do it.
We have.
They didn't really do much, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we have a signing.
A little bit. Yeah.
Couple. Re-signed some players.
Re-signed, we got Rashid Shaheed,
Yeah.
3 years, $51 million.
Got that money.
I think that's expensive for Rashid Shaheed, but he's versatile, but he's not like a traditional wide receiver. He's like a speedster, and then he can play special teams.
Well, let's hope that, as the offense, grows next offseason or this offseason.
They can integrate him?
They can integrate him a little bit more.
Facts.
And then you got Joshua Jobe signed a 3-year, $24 million.
I like it.
cornerback.
Bring him back in.
Just to re-sign it all. Just
Yeah.
to bring it back. So, you know what I mean? There's been a lot going on in the NFL free agency, a lot happening. I mean,
I'll go C.
see,
I'm not. Yeah, it's the champs. They re-signed some people. C plus because they're the champs.
I feel like they needed something.
C minus. They do. Yeah. C minus C.
See.
Yeah.
Okay.
They needed
There
something.
have been a lot of interesting moves overall this offseason. I think between the shenanigans of the Ravens office, I think between big trades, I think between signings, money getting bigger, these contracts getting bigger.
Edge rushers, boy.
Wow.
I feel like
NFL's, it feels like it's coming when you hear all these trades coming in.
This year was like kind of electric compared to like the last couple of years.
Yeah.
There was a lot of movements.
My phone was buzzing like crazy. A lot of red alert emojis this offseason. It's good.
It's very interesting to say the least.
I love it, and I will rate this free agent season. Now that we just rated all the free agents per team, I'm rating this free agent season a B+, bro, for excitement overall. I'm gonna give it a nice B+. I've enjoyed this. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I see the WBC in the background right now, Ben. Try not to get distracted.
Right,
I know as we get
the score.
Yeah, 5th inning. We're about halfway through, so we got some coming back to do. So you know. I enjoyed talking NFL offseason because I'm really dying for the new season to come around. I had a lot of fun last season talking ball, so
man,
I'm excited for next
Have you
season
guys
too.
ever been to a preseason game?
No, I don't do the preseason.
no,
I don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yeah, I'm regular season and playoff. I ain't doing no preseason.
Okay, you're right,
Maybe
you're
if they give me the ticket for free, it's different.
Yeah,
like
okay,
at work,
you're
they're
right,
like,
you're
"Yo,
right,
we got
you're
free
right.
tickets." I ain't paying.
Yeah,
you're right,
I'll pull up.
I bet.
Man, guys, this was a wonderful episode. Can you guys believe the WBC, got the NBA, we got the NFL. Is there any last minute thoughts before we got to try to watch this game? I tell you.
Yeah, I think that we just got to lock in. Let's go USA. Big surprise is that the WBC is way more fun than I thought it would be.
Yes.
Excited for NBA playoffs to come around. We'll see how these year-end award goes. And NFL season, you know, it's coming.
Come on with
It's
it.
coming, y'all.
We love it.
Come on.
All right.
All right. Yes, sir. You know it. MSD Sports episode 48. Wow, let's go. 2 episodes away from 50. Let's go.
Damn.
RCR Presents MSD Sports. My name is Sam, also known as YBK. You can find me at YBK up in here. We got Michael John.
Yes,
over here. You can
sir.
find him at Michael John DeStefano. We got David Camden over here. You can find him at Mr. Club Paradise. You can find us, MSD Sports, at RCR MSD Sports. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You know it. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.